Hate. So Days, I want to ask you. I just found this out. You been keeping Ray's secret from the beginning? Did you know about the parentage? Like, tell me about that journey of when you found out.
No. At the beginning, there was toying with like an Obi-Wan connection, and then it really went. There were like different versions, and then it really went to that she was no one. And then it came to episode 9, and JJ pitched me the film and was like, "Oh yeah, Palpatine's granddaddy," and I was like, "Awesome." And then 2 weeks later, he was like, "Oh, we're not sure." So it kept changing. So then even I was filming, and I wasn't sure what the answer was going to be.
Until the very end. So at one point, Obi-Wan was in there. Well,
The
who
big
else was
shocker in this trailer, of course, the reappearance of Palpatine. What can you tell us about this? How long was this in the cards? Was this sort of in the blueprint from Episode 7?
This has been in the blueprint for a long time. Yeah.
The big
Right. So, as you all just saw, Daisy Ridley confirmed that the sequel trilogy was basically all over the place. And you saw in the interview as she's sitting there talking to Josh Gad on Jimmy Kimmel Live, she at one point was a nobody. In the beginning, they were flirting with the idea of her being a Kenobi. I mean, this is a mess, guys. So as always, if you like the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button. If you like the videos, throw them a like. Now, let me be the first to say that I have no problem with what Daisy Ridley did. She was asked a direct question about what she knew about Episode 9, about her being related to the Emperor, and she gave a direct answer. The problem is that answer was the worst thing that we could possibly hear. Because then you heard Kathleen Kennedy speak afterwards about how, oh, this has always been in the cards. So the thing is with Kathleen Kennedy, we have all basically been told the lie from the beginning. And it's more of, now that a little bit of time has passed, I'm not angry about it. It's like more disappointment than anything. Because I defend Kathleen Kennedy quite a bit. At almost every turn, I defend Kathleen Kennedy for every choice she's made, even though some of them I've completely disagreed with. But now I look at it like, wow, it really is a mess of storytelling. You know, the one thing they always like to say, and this is what cracks me up, is no matter what, it's, oh, well, it's always about preserving George's legacy, right? We hear that all the time. Well, the only two people that seem to know how to do that are Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, and they do it rather well. And the reason why they do it rather well is because they listened to George. It doesn't matter in the end what the fans think. It really doesn't. Tell the story. That is by far the most important thing. Tell the story. Then you can have other directors come on board and they can add their own styles, which will influence the way it portrays on screen. But by far, the story has to be the most important. And episodes 7, 8, and 9 are a mess. The Force Awakens is pure nostalgia. Let's call it what it is. The Last Jedi was like a 180 from everything we know about Star Wars. Can't blame Ryan for doing that. Ryan's biggest mistake is he actually thought the fans would care about him taking a little bit of a deeper dive into Star Wars, when really it just proved it's all about surface to them. Most of the fans did not give a fuck about going deeper into these characters. To them, Ryan ruined everything. And then The Rise of Skywalker is just this mess. An absolute mess. I don't even know where to begin with that movie. And Daisy just confirmed it, that it was all over the place from the beginning, which tells me it was doomed to fail from the beginning. And now I can't help but think about John Boyega's comments in the GQ article, where he basically made the mistake now of trying to say, well, his character, they didn't know what to do with his character. This is, Disney shouldn't do this to the black man. Oh, come on, dude. Really? You also went as far as to say that they knew what was going on when it came to Adam and Daisy. Well, she just proved you wrong. So it wasn't about any race. It wasn't about anything. It was the fact that they had no idea what to do with any of you. And the problem is because JJ works with a team of writers, so you've got all these different opinions. Then you had Ryan basically write it by himself. Then JJ comes back, and guess what? Another team of writers. It's all over the place. And it's almost impossible Now, for me to defend Kathleen Kennedy and Lucasfilm, almost impossible. And it's sad because I haven't felt this disappointed in the leadership in Star Wars probably in my entire life. It's sad, man. It's a sad day. I really don't know where you go from here. And I'm going to continue to try to not pay attention to the rumors of things that are going on behind the scenes. But it's hard now. It's hard not to think now that maybe some of that stuff is true. Maybe Kathleen Kennedy is on her way out. Maybe she's basically showing that she was a much better number 2 than she ever was a number 1. Maybe they do need to pass Star Wars on to Jon Favreau or somebody like-minded like him. Because right now, it is an absolute mess. I don't want to think about episode 10. I just want to get The Mandalorian, and I want something good in Star Wars. Like everybody is now burnt out on the new trilogy. We're all over it. We just want to move on from it. It is by far, now, the more I think about it, probably my least favorite Star Wars movies. And it's sad to say, man, it really sucks. So as always, guys, I'm going to end it there. I would love to get your thoughts and your feedback. Let me know what you think in the comments. You know, do you agree? Do you disagree? I mean, are we all... Is the way I look at it is I know people have talked about, well, this has been going on for a while. Why are you guys so shocked about this? Well, a lot of us didn't believe it. I understand that some of you all constantly are looking for rumors online and you're chasing the Mike Zeros of the world. But I don't believe in that shit. I don't really look for it. I try to just dismiss it and be like, man, I'm not focused on that. Let me see what comes out in the theater. Let me see what they put together, and then I'll make my determination from there. But now, man, it almost feels like maybe I've been walking around with blinders on. Maybe a lot of us have. But anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap it up there. As I said before, go ahead. Drop some love in the comments. Let me know what's going on. Don't forget to follow me over on Instagram at SW Outer Rim Empire. And I will catch you guys another time.